Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Utah Jazz MyGM. Last episode, we went on a major winning streak, ending up 20-4, and right now we are nearly the number one seed in the Western Conference. We also faced off against the Boston Celtics, where Kyrie dropped 34 on us, but Mirko, Petrovic, and Doncic went off. Mirko with a near triple-double, 28, 15, and 9 assists. Doncic with 21 and 8 assists, and a great team victory over a very, very capable Boston Celtics squad. So today we are going to simulate all the way up until the contract extension, and we're going to try and get into the playoffs within the next episode or two here. So, looking at the player stats at the moment, Bradley Beal is still out, which means a lot of our scoring production is going to go down, but hopefully that means the production of players like Petrovic, Doncic, and Mitchell will go through the roof as long as Beal is out of the lineup. Looking at how his injury is going to play out, it's looking like he will be able to return at the very beginning or possibly after the first round of the playoffs. So right now he's had it for about a month. So 5 months will go through January, February, that's to March, April, and then he'll most likely be about halfway through the first round or the beginning of the second round of the playoffs. But until then, I'm very happy with how this team has been performing. Really, Luka Doncic, the rookie, has been stepping up to an incredible degree. His scoring is unbelievable. And Mirko and Donovan are just proving why we have them as the centers of this franchise. Very happy with how they're doing. So, we're going to continue to simulate through. I'll bring you guys back with any major news. And I'm looking at possibly making a small trade just to find my way into this draft. Even though we have our own pick, I would like to possibly move up and go after a player such as Jared Vanderbilt or even the center Bruno Fernando, just as to make our bench that much stronger. So, I'll come back, guys, with some recaps for the next probably 10 games. So, guys, we go 5-2. Lost to the Knicks. I don't know how this happened. Al Jefferson went 3 of 11. I guess we just didn't score at all. But the Knicks, Odell Shepherd went off. He's the rookie that was drafted 3rd in that draft with Mirko and all those other great stars, Jackson Baldwin. He had a great game, 21, 6, and 4. Enes Kanter with a double-double. Porzingis did pretty good. But our wins, our other loss, a 1-point loss to the Timberwolves. But our wins against the Memphis Grizzlies, Mirko with 30 and 11, Doncic with 26, 4, and 8. A win against the Magic with, I believe that's 7 different players in double figures. Very happy with that team performance. A win against the Bulls, Doncic, Mitchell, and Petrovic, the big three, putting up great numbers yet again with John Collins putting into double-double. 3-point win over the Raptors, Petrovic again, and it's the same 3 players. Donovan Mitchell this time with 11 assists. Luka Bogdanovic with 19, putting some production in for us. And then a win over the Trailblazers with Mirko with another near triple-double. And it's the exact same guys, this time Nikola Mirotic stepping up, even with Damian Lillard dropping 36 points on us. Yes, you see that in the playoff picture. We are actually a half game ahead of the Golden State Warriors. I don't know who they lost to, but to lose 2 of their next 7 games is a rare feat for the Warriors. Let's actually look at the conference standings real quick. Who did they face previously? Can I see that here? Here's the schedule. Okay, the Pelicans and the Thunder, 2 dynamic teams. Not surprised at that. But we're 13-3 on the road. We actually have the exact same record as them, road and home. But they have a much higher differential. They're holding teams to a lot less, and they're scoring a lot more than most of their other teams. We're not even close to them. They are actually currently on a 2-game losing streak. Besides that, at the bottom, not really many surprises. I guess Charlotte is a bit of a surprise, but I think Kemba Walker is actually injured for them. And actually, let's take a look at the other standings real quick. The GM Power Rankings, nice. I'm number 1. And that should be good. We're number 2 in the Power Rankings pretty much everywhere. Of course, only to Golden State. Wait, the Nuggets? With George Hill, Gary Harris. This team is number 3? And the Hawks are up there? Well, they have Baldwin. And I guess DeAndre Ayton is also out for them. Let's check that real quick. How are the Hawks doing? Yeah, DeAndre Ayton is out for a little bit. But very happy with how we're going along. I'm going to simulate a bigger chunk, and we're going to go all the way up to the contract extensions. So guys, we are at 33-9. We're still a single game ahead of the Warriors. Since then, we did drop a couple more games. I don't understand what happened here at all. I mean, we put up 58 points against the Kings. I really don't understand what's going on. I guess Terry Rozier's injured now anyway, but either way, we lost to them. We lost to the Nuggets somehow when Mirotic and Mitchell had a off night. Trey Lyles put up 22, and then we lost to the Warriors where Klay Thompson went off, Kevin Durant went off, but we still had a lot of quality wins here against the Washington Wizards, against the Minnesota Timberwolves again, the Spurs. I mean, it's always the exact same thing. I mean, look at that stat line for Mirko Petrovic. It is honestly unbelievable, the numbers that he is putting up in a rookie campaign like this. Win against the Lakers, 25-9, 9 of 13. And then against the Thunder, 18-15 on 50% from the field. It is incredible, the production that we are getting from him. Now, Mirko is actually injured, and he still is injured. He's got a little bruised left hip. He's still playing, but he is really still putting up amazing numbers, even with that injury to his hip. Look at all this. Doncic is up to an 80. Curry is an 80. Bogdanovic is an 80. Mirotic an 82. Everybody's going up. Bradley Beal, of course, is still out, but everybody else, besides Bryn Forbes and Michael Beasley, is going up in overall. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see where they are at the end of the season. But looking at these stats real quick, Mirko is still on a tear. 18, 10, and 3 assists, nearly 2 blocks per game on 52% from the field. Donovan Mitchell is shooting 43% from 3, Doncic 46%. Just great shooting numbers from everybody, and we're getting a ton of bench production. Bogdanovic, Curry, Mirotic, Beasley, Al Jefferson, Quinn Cook, even Trey Burke with 3. Everybody is playing essentially except for Nick Young, who is just declining at this point in his career. But still very, very happy with how he is playing. Looking at the league leaders, I don't know if we have anybody up here. The first one would probably be Colin Sexton with 19 a game. It would probably be, there's Mirko. And looking at shooting guards, we also have, wait, that's not it. Shooting guards, Donovan Mitchell is 6th in the league, only behind these 5 incredible players. So I'm very happy with how we're doing. We have one last chunk to do. I'm hoping by that time we will be close to 50 wins. I want to go for at least a 65-17 record. We are on pace to just perform under that, so I'm hoping we'll be able to maintain that. And I'd actually rather get the 2nd seed, because right now we'd be facing the Trailblazers, and they have one Mr. Where is he? Where is my man? Is he actually out? Where's Michael Porter? There he is, Mike Porter. This man has been on a mission. He is playing incredible this season. 22, 5 rebounds, amazing shooting numbers, and they're going to get CJ McCollum back. This is going to be a very dangerous 8th seed, so we're going to have to pay very close attention to where they end up in the standings. But then the Kings, who we lost to by 30 points, are the 7th seed, so I wouldn't really mind if we slip back to the 2nd seed and play the Kings in the first round. But we're going to go through, we're going to simulate the last part of today, and we're going to see what contracts we need to extend, and hopefully we'll be on our way to 65 plus wins. So guys, at the end of the All-Star break, we are a half game behind the Golden Sate Warriors. We're 45-16. They are 45-15. We dropped a couple games in there because Donovan Mitchell actually had a broken nose, which he still has, and then Mirko Petrovic had another bruised hip. But I'm still very happy with how we ended up. We still pulled through. We had a ton of big wins, but a couple surprising losses like this one to the Grizzlies. Just some bad shooting overall. Tyreke Evans, another one. The Grizzlies seem to be our kryptonite. We lost behind Devin Booker and Colin Sexton of the Suns. But we had a lot of good wins in there as well. Over the Boston Celtics, the Trailblazers, and the Rockets, the Detroit Pistons, and the OKC Thunder. So I am very happy with how we're doing. We only have a little bit left of the season, and we'll probably finish that out next episode. I looked at the contract extensions, and nobody's coming back. But with that, our player contracts means that this next season, we're going to have a ton of salary cap, possibly to sign one of the best players in the league. Upcoming free agents, Andre Drummond is going to be available, Kevin Love is going to be available, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley. A ton of talent that I am definitely going to go after. Looking at the other things going on in the league, the playoff picture right now, we would be facing the Sacramento Kings with De'Aaron Fox, Crowder, John Malcolmus, and a pretty deep bench. Terry Rozier coming off the bench for these Kings. The Houston Rockets, now with Chris Paul back, are 28-31 underneath the Kings and the Lakers with Lonzo Ball up to an 89. So this is a very unique look at this conference. Teams like the Pelicans are normally in this. The Timberwolves are usually in this. Butler, Karl Towns, Jeff Teague, Andrew Wiggins, they're not doing good. The Trailblazers with McCollum, Porter, and Lillard are not doing that great. So this is going to be a very, very interesting Western Conference. Besides that, we still are the number one GM. The lottery odds looks like we're going to get the last pick in the draft. And that is pretty much it. Looking at the mock draft, which I'm actually happy where we're going to be. We're probably going to have one of the last 5 picks. But just looking at the prospect scouting, let's just organize this by rank. If we go all the way down, so let's see here. We're at 27, so this is going to be our range right here. We have a power forward 74 overall. We have low 70s, and we have B pluses. I'm going to be looking at Jalen Smith pretty hard. He is a power forward which we could put behind John Collins and really give him a good backup. So he's another sort of John Collins-like player. Pretty decent stats, 3 blocks per game, good free throw shooter. So even in this draft, we have one of the last picks. We're still looking at adding more talent to this team. But that will be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out my top 5 list that I put out yesterday for the worst features in this year's MyGM. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.